What's going on, guys? Nick Sanchez, your car guy here. We're back at it again with another quick review. But before getting into the video, shout out to Roger Beasley Mazda South here in South Austin for giving me a chance to review the vehicle. If you are in the Austin area and in the market for a car, check out our website, mazdasouth.com, or you can check the link in the description down below. With that said, today we have a 2023 Mazda CX-50 Premium Plus package, and I'm pumped to review this one here for you today. Let's go ahead and read off some of the specs here. So 2023 Mazda CX-50 Premium Plus package, MSRP of $37,150. We have 24 city, 30 highway with a horsepower of 187, towing capacity of 2,000 pounds. This is going to come in an all-wheel drive. And then for the length, width, and height, let me read off that here for you. 186 length, 76 width, 64 height. In comparison to the CX-50, which is 180 length, 73 width, 66 height. So the CX-50 is going to be a little bit longer, a little bit wider. And as far as the height, the roof line is going to be a little bit lower, but we'll go further into the video why that is. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, y'all. So let's start from the rear. We got the CX-550 all-wheel drive badging on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, Sky Active technology. We do have the backup camera poking out, as well as the rear windshield wiper. So let's go ahead and back up and pan around the vehicle in this beautiful windshield white, 20-inch wheels. And overall, a much more aggressive vehicle from Mazda. I guess you can see it's a little bit more masculine, it's wider, and overall, good looking vehicle. Nice blacked out grille, and the side mirrors are blacked out as well. And let's go ahead and pan up, and above the vehicle you can actually see the panel roofing, so that's awesome. The vehicle will come with automatic liftgate as well. And if you notice, the vehicle, since it's a little bit longer than the CX-50, you're going to actually have more cargo space here. The levers here on the left hand, right hand side, you can adjust the seats to move forward, and then you do have space for privacy screens as well. So here's an overall shot of the 2.5 liter engine's going to be pumping at about 187 ponies here for you. Total towing capacity of 2,000 pounds. So overall, pretty decent. The good thing is this does come in a turbo, so we got that to look forward to if you do need a little bit more horsepower. And let's go ahead and check out the rear passengers. So the main difference with the CX-50 is they went with more of an aggressive outdoor look. Let me go ahead and back on up. You can actually see that the doors open up in practically a 90-degree angle, and that's so you can get more cargo in and out of the vehicle if you do go camping. That's also why there's more space in the rear. But as you peek inside, you do see the leather stitching. Let me see if I can get a good shot without the sunlight. So it's going to take accents of say, outdoor camera equipment. I think it's a nice touch. Myself personally, the leather's nice and soft. We do have the rear AC vents here. Down below, the two charging ports, which have moved. As if you're familiar with the CX-5, the charging ports were normally placed here. You still have the cup holders here, but in the CX-50 they have moved down here below. Up above, another difference is the panel roof. Now this Mazda brand has not had a panel roof, but the CX-50 they started implementing it. That way if you're out camping, checking out the stars, you have a beautiful view with the whole pano setup here. So let's go ahead and peek into the front passenger center console and infotainment center. That's what it looks like. Now hopping into the driver's seat, you do have the touch keyless entry system here. The Premium Plus package is going to have a little bit more bells and whistles. Left hand side you do have the same stitching, so that's a nice touch. You do have access to the windows, the side mirrors and locks. On the left hand side you have your Sky Active technology, the safety system here, the traction control, the button for the electronic liftgate, memory seats, driver's side of course power seats with lumbar support, and the stitching right here, very nice touch. Mazda has gone more towards the premium quality route, so I do like that. So let's go ahead and close the door here. We do have Bose audio. And on the steering wheel, we do have your similar setup as in the past with the Bluetooth, smart radar cruise control, and then the buttons to the radio. And let's go ahead and mess with the gauges. That's what the gauges look like right there, with an info button to kind of tailor your needs. So just the digital dash, trip A, trip B, the Sky Active screen. So pretty much your safety features are going to be displayed on this screen. So like the lane keep assist, for example, if you're on the highway, it's going to highlight in white. And then if you have somebody in your blind spot, you'll see like a little sonar symbol on the left or right hand side. If somebody's driving a little sporadic, you'll see a warning sign up above in orange. And then let me set up the smart radar cruise control. You'll actually see that you can adjust it there. You got 4 different lanes. Just think of it as 4 different car lengths away. That way the smart radar can do its thing and track the vehicle in front of you and slow down and speed up according to the distance that you have preset. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the infotainment center. So as Mazda progressed, they removed the touch version of the screen, so you can't touch it for safety reasons. You have to control it with this knob right here. So just typical infotainment setup, entertainment. You do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, nav. This one should have a nav card, but does not at the moment. And pretty simple setup, nothing too crazy. Just the main necessities that you need. So your music, navigation, Apple CarPlay, and the communication. Down below, we do have your AC vents. And then over here, they are trying to be a little bit more sleek, more modern by integrating the AC vents into the dash, which is always nice. You do have the quality leather and stitching on the dash, which is always a nice feature and touch as well. In the center here, we do have your AC controllers, nothing too crazy. It's your start button, and then this does have heated seats and cooled seats for the driver and passenger, which you know, it's a must here in Texas. In the center, you do have a little cubby hole here for your goodies. Another cigarette lighter port, cup holders. In the center, you do have your button for the infotainment center, little hot buttons right here, volume, electronic parking brake, as well as auto hold. And then you have the M-Drive feature, which let me go ahead and pan to the center console. So the M-Drive feature is going to show you your different driving modes you have available to you. So you got off-road mode. Once again, this vehicle is tailored towards that segment of people that love doing outdoor activities. So you do have off-road mode, normal mode, and sport mode. This is going at 187 miles or 187 horsepower. Isn't going to be a race car, but when you have the turbo, it's a little bit more fun to drive. We'll just say leave it at that. On the right-hand side, your glove box. And then let's go ahead and take a peek into the center console here. And then you should have your USB port down there. Cool. And I guess up above, we should check out the panel roof. It's a little warm out here today, but I should be all right. So the screen's going to go all the way back to the passengers. As you can see, the sunlight starting to hit. And then of course, it's just going to open the glass for the driver and front passengers. So let's go ahead and close that up. It's starting to get a little warm here. So overall, very nice upgrade. Much needed, much overdue for Mazda, but glad they went ahead and added the pano feature here. As I had wrapped up the video, I had forgotten something, so let me go ahead and interrupt and randomly put this clip here. We do have the heads-up display up there. Okay, folks, now we're going to go for a quick drive here on the feeder road in South Austin. Now, I'm already familiar with the handling of the CX-50. At 187 horsepower, of course, it's not going to be a race car, but it is pretty decent and fuel efficient for the size. If you're definitely needing horsepower for this size of vehicle, then I do recommend going the turbo route. Much different experience, a lot more fun if you're a little bit heavy on the gas pedal like myself, but this is not the turbo, so so overall it has good pickup. You know, Mazda brand has been up and coming, using more premium materials for the interior and exterior, as well as bumping up the reliability and safety ratings, as you can tell by the consumer reports. So let's go ahead and get off the feeder here and just kind of give a quick recap on the 2023 CX-50 Premium Plus package. Now, for the exterior, I do love the way this CX-50 looks. It's a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more masculine. It's a little bit wider. The length is a little larger, of course, for more cargo, like I had mentioned previously in the video. The segment of people that it's meant to attract is, you know, those outdoorsy type people, or people that just like to go on weekend adventures. And then of course that's kind of integrated with the rear seats practically open in a 90-degree angle. Now the roof line, I did mention early on in the video, I think in the introduction. So the roof line is actually a little bit shorter compared to the CX-5, and the main reason for that is when you're gathering cargo or loading cargo and unloading cargo on the roof, since the roof line is lower, it's going to be much easier to gather your things, and that's kind of the main concept. The actual height of the vehicle is a little bit higher as well, so for those off-road trails, of course it's not like a hardcore lift, but it's going to be a little bit higher. And let's go ahead and go down to the cargo area. The electronic liftgate I like. I mean, if you're lazy like me, you just want electronic liftgate, and the fact that it's a little bit longer, adding more storage capacity, I feel like you can take this down to the Home Depot, you know, if you need to do a weekend project or whatever, or you know, just that weekend warrior or weekend camp trip. You have plenty of space. I mean, the CX-5 does have a decent amount of room, but the CX-50 is just much more larger in cargo capacity. The engine is decent. It's decent what it does. The SkyActiv technology from Mazda is primarily meant to, if you're not familiar with the way the engine works, it works similar to like a diesel engine, high compression, so the gas is a lot more fuel efficient, a cleaner burn. A lot of the gasoline is consumed a lot more efficiently, so you have a vehicle that's a lot more efficient in terms of the MPGs and as the horsepower as well. But you do have the sport mode, the off-road mode, and the sport mode is primarily there just to burn up a little bit more fuel, give you that extra little bump on the highway that you need to pass somebody up. As you notice, the Mazdas don't have an eco button because they're already as fuel efficient as can be for a gasoline engine. For the interior, now the Premium Plus is going to be a little bit more upgraded with the stitching, the leather, and overall it's just a great presentation. The orange stitching is just very eye-popping. It's subtle, but it's also a lot more sophisticated. The panel roof, I love that. I know being here at Mazda for the past couple of years, people have always mentioned, is there a panel roof? Is there a panel roof? Is there a panel roof? And every time I show the CX-5 or people ask about the CX-5, we've had to tell them no, it's just a regular roof. But in the CX-50, they stepped it up, brought the panel roof. Pretty awesome. I'm a big fan. So overall, I do think that this vehicle is tailored towards a particular person, and if you fit that segment, I recommend checking it out. If you're out there checking out like the Subaru Crosstrek, or I believe the Toyota RAV4 version of this vehicle. And overall, like I said, if you're buying this new, you don't have to worry about a Carfax. But later on in life, the older this video gets, if you're looking for a pre-owned one, make sure you do your due diligence. Check out the Carfax. Make sure you get a vehicle that's well maintained. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. I know it's a quick review. Shout out again to Roger, Beasley Mazda South here in South Austin for giving me a chance to use the vehicle. If you live in Austin and in the market, check out our website, mazdasouth.com. And once again, I'll leave a description down below. All right, folks, thanks for watching.